Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are wondering why I'm in the bathroom, well, it has really decent lighting. So, yeah. And today, I'm not going to be doing anything. I'm just talking. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. How I became me. I'm an orphan. So, well, not now, I'm adopted, but I was an orphan from when I was born to 6 years old. See, my whole past, I feel like it was a whole dream, and I just slept for 6 years because it was just so bad. And I still have nightmares, I still have dreams about it. It doesn't go away. The past does not go away. Even if I try to push it down as much as I can, it just does not go away. So I'm going to talk about how I came from Russia to America, and how my experience in the orphanage was. So when I was born, my mom left me. She could not have me. I was a preemie. I was very small. I was 6 months when I was born, so I was in the hospital until I could be released to an orphanage. And so I practically lived in the hospital because I was so sick all the time. And once I got to the orphanage, I met my best friend Danila, who stuck by me until I left. See, the sad thing about when I did leave the orphanage, I thought I would come back, so I didn't say goodbye to him. So that, till this day, it still kills me. So when I did, the whole orphanage crap was just so shitty. People talk about adopted people like we're some kind of creatures, and it's so stupid. And people that have families that were raised from when they were born, they're loved from that moment. Me, I was ripped away from my mom, so I didn't get that love until I was 6. See, when you're in the orphanage, you're fighting every day, every moment of that minute. So I had my guard up. I still have it up. It has not come down. You tend to not trust people easily. You have so much going on because life was so shitty. And when you do come into this amazing family, they raise you, they try to do so much for you, you're still so hurt, and it does not go away. It does not. And people just judge and judge and judge, and it hurts because you're like, you know what, shut up. You were raised, you were loved every day. Us orphans, my teachers, whatever you call them, they would beat you. They would get a spoon or a belt, whatever they could fight to beat you. See, I was a kid, and so kids, they love to do things and like to mess around and have fun. They didn't have that in my orphanage. They were so strict. And I remember one day I did something and I had to run for a good while until the teacher got me. She beat the crap out of me. It was awful. And summers, summers. Summers, from my experience, was not a good summer. For 6 summers of my life, I was raped. I remember one summer, actually I'm sorry, 5 summers. The whole summer, it would not stop. And it wasn't just a one-time thing, no. For 5 summers, I was raped by the same people they would send me to. I would go from the orphanage to the foster home that they would put me to, and they would put me into the same foster home. And I remember one summer they said, you're not going there, you're going to a camp. I was so excited because I was free. I didn't have to go back to that family. and what family that loved me. I didn't have that. That's why it was so hard for me growing up to love my parents. And then once, you know, I would burn every bridge I would go to living in America because I was so broken. And I remember going to this family. We're still close. This family and I are just, we see each other all the time. They helped me grow up. They helped me realize it's okay to be loved, to let people love you. And so I remember from then on, I then decided, you know what, I'm going to start loving my parents. I'm going to start loving people that I did not treat well growing up because it was just so hard for me. It was not an easy road. It still isn't. I still deal with all the problems every day. And orphanage, orphans, I want to adopt because I know what we go through. And it's not easy. It's not simple. And if people think it is, promise you, if you go to a Russian orphanage, you're going to feel a lot more sympathy for us, or a lot more sympathy for you, because there are brats here that I've met that I've wanted to punch because they could not be on their phone. You know what we had in Russia? We had a swing that was broken. And that's all we had. We had bullies everywhere. And I remember one winter, my teacher said, do not go to that kid. He will hurt you. I then went to that kid. He grabbed me by my hair and slammed me on the ice. I don't know why the hell I was doing that before, but I have like a mark right here. I still have it, and I still have like scars from where they had to patch me up. And I did have good times in the orphanage with my best friend. Like I said, I feel like my whole experience from birth to 6 was just a whole dream, and I was just sleeping. And I wish I was never in that position, but you are put in a position where you learn. And it took me 19 years to learn. Actually, I'm sorry, 5 years. No, just kidding. 19 years to learn to love again. And it's still hard for me to trust people. It's because for 19 years, people fucked me over. I'm sorry for my language, but fucked me over, and just, it was not okay. And I have 2 siblings. People say siblings are a blessing. People say it's good to be raised with, 2 other kids or 4 other kids or whatever. My experience of siblings, I wish I never had siblings. I wish I was an only child. And when people that are the only children, you are blessed. Because I didn't get that experience of brotherly or sisterly love. Because they're twins, and so they have their own mindset. And so they never treated me as one or as family. And we still don't talk. We hate each other. And I feel like it's never going to change. I do have a brother back at home. I've never met him. And people, when they come up to me, they ask for my race because, I don't know, it's just, I guess, my face. Us Russians have a weird face. And when I say Russian, people are like, oh, that's so cool. And then I have to say I was adopted. And then when they hear the adopted part, they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. And it's like, I don't want to hear that. I don't care. Just please don't say it. I don't care. And so my experience in Russia was shitty. My experience in America was, I had my good moments. I have a 1-year-old, and I love her to death. And it's been a journey, I'm not gonna lie. It's I wish I was born into a family that, you know, truly loved me, but then I was brought a family that gave me all of that, and I could not accept it just yet, because I could not accept the person I was and who God chose me to be. And to this day, I am still repairing my relationship with my parents, and we have our amazing days. Yes, we have our shitty days. And my parents' family really weren't there. They looked down on us. I truly feel like they looked down on us, and it was just, I feel like my whole journey, my whole growing up was just full of shit. But I am happy to be here. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be a mom. And I'm happy to feel that experience of, you know, I can love this child the way I want to love this child. And it's not somebody telling me, hey, whatever they want to tell me. I'm sorry. I thought I was going to say something after that, but I guess not. I have people telling me, you know, what to do with my child. And, you know, it pisses me off. And I'm like, please, don't. Just don't tell me. Don't come into my life and be like, you're doing this wrong. Well, let me learn. Let us learn, because we're all humans. We all make mistakes. And, yeah. So, that is my beautiful, shitty story of being adopted, being in an orphanage. Russia sucks. And if you are Russian, you are probably the coolest person. But my experience in Russia, probably would never go back. And, oh, okay. That's weird. So, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment what I should talk about or what I should do. And I'm out.